Here. I'll put this in a higher font. I'll put this on 72. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's nice. I don't think it's drama. I'm not gonna talk about the question's not about what it is, right? It's more like how I feel about it. So it's more about a view about regret itself, right? Like I don't regret it, because it's one of those things that kind of happens, right? And it's like greater good of everybody to just be apart. Does that make sense? Some things in life just don't work out and aren't meant to work out, and they just don't. And it's perfectly okay that that it doesn't continue, and it's just the end of that, right? So do I regret it? Well, of course, it's regrettable because you never want to lose something, right? But at the same time, if it's just a course of things, it's a course of things. We're not putting any blame on me or him or anybody else, right? It's just the state of affairs. Does that make sense? It's just a state of things, and that's what it is. And there's nothing. So yeah, it's regrettable, but that's what it is. Now, I answered the question. If you're mad at the answer, it's because you have the question, which is a bunch of like bullshit, like drama shit, and I'm not going to that. Because I answered exactly what the question is. That's why I chose it. I don't think it's a bad question. See, this is a dumb question, but I don't really mind it. Look at this. I'll do this really quick. Oh my god, it's way too big of a font. Here's some motivation for you, okay? You are in an edit, okay? You are in an edit. You are in a movie, okay? It's your story, your movie, and it should be, really, the only story or movie or edit that matters. So yes, of course, because if you stop treating everybody like they're in a movie or they're in a story and they're more important than you are more important. Stop offloading importance to other people and living vicariously through them. You're gonna be left with nothing. Okay? Try to keep something for yourself, brother. Something that you can hold, something that you can beat, something that you can have. You feel that?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years, 5 years, still streaming, or do you maybe have a family or love?
Oh, I don't mind that. Listen, I'll give it real quick. Oh, that's dumb. That's dumb. Yeah, that's right. I don't really. Yeah, that's whatever. You know, I'm gonna go real quick, but I didn't want the question like that. I don't have the same answer. I don't really think of the future like that. I don't have a lot of long goals. The point is to be happy, right? And happiness. I'm not in the point in my life where big long-term goals really give me a lot of happiness, such as having a family, stuff like that. These aren't really blocks of life that matter that much to me. I just care about being happy now. And whenever you're young, whatever, you get to be happy now without adding these like stressors or whatever. So I don't stress out too much about it. I just care about like feeling good now, right? While slowly trying to like knowing that the transition is inevitable at one point. And moving towards those goals like slowly, but it's not like I'm not pressed about it.
I know people might assume your life is perfect just because of the money you have, but my question is, are you genuinely happy and has money helped it or hurt it?
That's not too bad. Why not? Yes, I keep that at like the almost. That's kind of crazy. So I'm trying not to put this in a way that's too purist and not too like entitled, right? But trust me with this. Okay, this is the same thing. This is the same thing as it is for a lot of other topics. I guess you can add all the questions in one. Okay, if you're not happy alone, you're not gonna be happy with somebody. If you're not happy single, you're not gonna be happy in a couple. If you're not happy as a person, you're not gonna be happy in a friends group. If you're not happy when you're broke, you're not gonna be happy when you're rich. Unless it's the last missing piece or whatever, right? So it's like I don't like to compound money into the equation like it ever really mattered. And what I mean by that is that my cutoffs and my expectations for what I want out of life were never held back by money, ever, right? And I can see how you can be on that chase where it can be. He's like, yeah, because you have this, because that, and I can see how you can say all of this, right? And you're trying to like output that outwards, but I wish you could have a more inwards, like resonate inwards about this topic. Like, yes, you'll have extras for like survival, what you have to do for money, whatever, right? But happiness itself is obtainable always, right? At least to some degree. And if you have this chase where like money is the one thing that it has to be, the thing that gets you over that line, dude. Like, there's a fence somewhere, and that's money. Once I'm over it, it's over. Like, I really hope that two things happen. Either you get it now really fast, or you never get it, right? And here's why I say this. I think it's really important. Because you need to realize, right, that it's not about, oh, you get that, it's over, GG, and now I'm happy, right? And if you get it now, you'll see that it's not like that. So you can become this realization as fast as possible. Or you never get it. Therefore, you're in an endless chase, right? And you're in an endless journey. And the journey matters a lot. Does that make sense? So like, either you realize it now, and you shift, or you never get it, and you get embraced, and you get overwhelmed in the chase. And that has a lot of value, because the chase is the best. Does that make sense? So, yeah, money's still suck, because a lot of things I don't have to think about. I can just buy myself out of it, you know? Like, all the small little things that are fucking annoying to deal with, I don't have to deal with that anymore, right? But there's not another set of problems that comes with it that doesn't like interfere. Does that make sense? So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's cool and all, but I've always remained really that. I've been saying this for years, but I've always been happy. Like every part of my life, I was almost the exact same. Oh, you need it. Somebody doesn't know. That's not too bad. I don't mind that. That's not too bad. If I can paste this, that. Fuck. The questions are getting longer, man. I have to edit the font, man. Stop fonting me, dude. Hold on. Yo, hold on. I'm gonna make a Discord real quick. Yo, MD Pog, are you on Discord? Get some of these questions that are good, decent from chat, and put them in on a notepad or on a Discord. Can you do that? Like if you say good one, Jags, I don't want good questions to go to waste. There's some good in there. Oh no, that was a question and I missed it. Fuck me. That's not a bad one, I don't think. Yeah, you guys tag in Depog with your questions at the same time. I'll say something for later for a minute. I'll do this one first, so you get this out of the way first, I think. It says, you've shown clear indication that you dislike the direction that the state community has headed. Can you speak more on this and what you'd like to see change better? Dude, one thing is, okay, so this is like the problem with streaming and the internet overall is that it's people say like choose your poison, whatever, right? The problem that I now understand about the internet is that you'll always get a poison every time, right? But you never get to pick. Okay, and with that realization, right, is that if things are a certain way, you can be upset about it, you can be mad about it, but you can't really change it. Okay, so the reason why it's hard for me to say that I'm mad at the community is I understand it's you literally can't do anything about it, right? And what I mean by that is that a lot of the behaviors I'm seeing, a lot of things that people are doing, are things that are happening across the board on all channels on the internet. It's just a state of the internet. And now people now are a little bit like bitter, controversial, hating on everything, a little bit almost in like a black pill state. That's just a state of the internet right now, right? Look anyone on Twitter, anyone on Twitch, anyone in Twitch chats, you can ban everybody, you can filter everybody, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of the state of the internet, right? So even though I've shown my true colors over the years, and people know like what I actually stand for, what I actually am, and just in a certain way, it's hard to fight the change that's happening on a wide scale. Does that make sense? So I can't really change the course of that change because it's a state of things. Does that make sense? So I don't like it, whatever. Like a little bit like this thing where back in the days, people would make jokes in chats, right? They would poke fun, right? And make jokes, and sometimes a little bit hurtful, whatever, right? But it's still be funny because it's in a fun spirit. The problem these days, in the current year and last year and a little bit the year before, but still less, is people have lost that spirit. People now do things that are mean-spirited, right? Now it's just like people just like being just boldly mean, things that are just like genuinely hurtful, and they don't have like that fun twist to it. So it's kind of hard to be like to have fun with it and be like and like laugh with everybody and just keep that like they're not doing it. Yeah, they're doing it, but more out of hate, out of hatred, and out of malice, and instead of out of fun. It's why in chat like it's kind of hard to like some jokes sometimes. It's like I don't want to read that joke, even though it's kind of funny. I know it's mean-spirited, and I want people to start and continue doing that. So it's a lot more hate-driven, and I don't want that to like be more of a thing. I don't want to kind of fight against it. So, but I find it to be almost it's futile. It's not working. So it's like it's just a state of things. I just hope it changes, but it's not much you do about it. And yeah, I'm already in the chat. But there's one of the biggest things in this chat. One of the biggest things is banned because everybody gets banned. Like one of the biggest things here is banned because people get banned all the time because they get banned like crazy. See, I would answer this question. What am I answering right now? So that question is exactly the answer that I just gave. This is did you lost enjoyment for streaming? Multi chat more often. You know you've lost some for streaming and reacting as a streamer. But my love for streaming will always be the same. Maybe you noticed when I go live, the energy of that going live is the same as it was, and it never changed over the last fucking 5, 6, 8 years. When I go live, and then it gets worse over time, right? Because my mindset, my energy, my love is the same, and it's intact when I go live, whatever, right? Because I said the same mindset doesn't change, right? But at one point, when you're with jokes in chat, they're just all mean-spirited or whatever. If shit gets twisted, fucking. And yeah, of course, the mood changes. It's like, oh, I mean, shit, like it is what it is. I mean, it would change with anybody, right? But I don't let it stain me over like the next stream or the next whatever. It's just kind of annoying, right? I wish it was different for sure, but it doesn't like change my love, whatever. If that makes sense. It's like yeah, I don't know. Well, it's not that I focus on it either, right? Is that you just have cultivated that, but I think I've done a pretty good job overall at never being mean, like actually mean to friends, whatever. And whenever we banter, it's like I make sure that like, people are okay, whatever. Like we banter and make jokes, whatever, and it never really hurts the target. And if it did, I would know. And I think I only remember like one time maybe or 2 times where that actually went wrong, right? And I had to do some stuff off stream, right? Because like want to have some fun in this shit. That's the whole point, right? Well, it's like when people got mad at me for a bad day the other day, right? And people were like making comments about like my whole loss and shit like that. People were like, dude, now looking back, I wish you lost everything like that. Like really like just like really mean shit, like really like dumbass shit. It's like it's not funny. It's just fucking brain dead. Like, and it's not even just a little bit. There's a bit of fucking that. So it's like you can. I wish you understood what I'm trying to say. So you can feel the malice in those comments, and there's no hints of fun or no hints of like being funny. Does that make sense? It's kind of how I feel about it. But I think that at one point course correct. I think everything is like a boom. Every bubble breaks at one point, right? And I think we're close to that. Where like people get bitter and shit like that. And I think we're seeing like a lot of creators, whatever. A lot of creators are being like a little bit bitter right now. It's not just me, it's other people. And then at one point, like that bubble kind of breaks because people don't get what they want anymore. We'll see. Well, this is not a colleague. Like this doesn't work for me. I wish I could say. I probably say this other times. This doesn't work for me. My brother, when I win like 5 million Gamma, I'll give like 15K from the fucking Gamma, whatever, right? As like a friend to fucking have fun with because I know he likes Gamma. But that's about as far as it goes. Hold up. Did I just do the question? Let me do this one real quick. What is it saying? He said, we should everything will work out in the end. If yes, how do you set this up? I'm thinking I'll be delusional, which could slow down progress towards your goals. So the thing with me is I was always like really like blessed, whatever. And what I mean by that, I think it's a good question, Jack. If it was a good question, I would have chosen it. I'll take that question. I think it's not going either. It's not going either. It's because this applies to like relationships, careers, anything, right? And I'm not like some career guru, but most great things are delusional. Okay, like most things that are extraordinary because they exceed expectations. And if your vision exceeds expectations, it's by default delusional. So if you're not delusional, if you're not up in arms about how much you're going to do, right, then you're going to achieve what you're already achieving. You're always going to be doing the things that are achievable and the things that are like within reach. And you're just going to be everyday person, which is really fine. I think being everyday person is fine. Being just another career or another streamer or another whatever, it's all fine, right? But like let's say like Overwatch. When I was playing Overwatch back in the days, right, I didn't want to become one of the. I didn't want to become like a good tank. I want to be the fucking best. Okay? And I end up in between best and professional, right? I end up in that sphere of things, like in between the best, if not the best, and close to the best. Yo, I go. Sorry. And in a lot of ways, okay, okay, I want to get advice, Andy. This is very important from the next question, okay? When I used to play professional, okay, something I noticed when I played scrims and I looked at pro talk was all the pros would speak to one another. The language they would use, the way they would conduct themselves. I know that people that were professional in my position that were playing tanks were all players from FPS pros, right? So people that have very good aim, right? That play tanks. But tanks are not good aim. It's more about game sense, more about other things, right? I know they were very complacent because they're playing tanks. They want to aim, but they can't. They're not naming characters, or whatever. And they were just kind of like fill in the role. I'm just a tank because I just want to enter the back and I'm just playing my role, whatever. And I noticed that these guys they stopped improving it. They stopped looking at things that aren't possible. They stopped having the mindsets that there are things that they cannot do. Does that make sense? And there's a massive gap at the time in what the tanks were doing and what I knew was possible, right? But me coming from MOBAs or whatever, I was like, dude, like tanks are so fucking garbage because I was always in top 50, right? And I was rolling everybody, and like I felt like I wasn't good. I was like, I'm just wilding out. And I had a lot of playtime because that's brother. And you know this. If you guys never watch it, you guys know something. I had the most playtime of all pros by a margin of like 2 or 3x. Okay, when I was gold border, people in the pro games were at like 2 stars, 3 stars, bronze, 4 stars, bronze at most. I was in gold border. Okay, when you click tab, it was bronze, gold, and I was gold border. And I spent time playing the game a lot and noticing that you can do so much shit in the game if you're just willing to fucking. So that is pretty delusional to think that everybody's wrong and you can do better than anybody else, right? But that's why I landed myself in a spot where I was above all of these guys, and I started competing and losing against people that were like top Koreans, fucking top Chinese players, whatever, right? And then I started getting like actual adversity, whatever, because tanks were fucking brain dead. And some of the really fucking good Ryan tanks, whatever, didn't play Winston. That's one of the only reason why they didn't make it, because there were some people that, in solo queue that were actually fucking scary because they had a lot of playtime as Reinhardt. They just didn't play Winston. That's what anyway. I'm gonna watch, but. Yeah, doesn't have a good stream. I said it many times, but it's people won't back that. I'm not gonna fucking answer that question. If I answer the questions. I don't mind that. This guy, what? The thing with Subathon that I realized at one point, right, and I think I didn't really talk about it, is that I found it to be almost like at one point like pointless. As in, how to say this? I think the idea of a Subathon was for small streamers to make a living. Okay, back in the days, the idea of a Subathon, right, was made by small streamers to basically make a living and increase their sub counts, right? In order to foster that the culture of subscribing, okay, and still is for the most part. And then when Ludwig did it, it was very much like a numbers thing, right? Which is fine, because Ludwig is a numbers guy. I'm not going to hate on that, because I respect every style. I'm not a purist in style. Ludwig is very much a numbers guy, right? And then I feel like it became a lot about numbers, right? And it was almost like like or whatever, right? And when it got to like me doing it, I was like, it's hard to find the same drive, right? Because I'm not really a numbers guy. Like I've never been like about like the like watch count, follower count, subscribe count. We never like celebrated any milestones or had it on screen or added whatever, right? Because it's a part of streaming that I didn't want to interact with, right? Because the fact that it's not energy comes from here, goes outwards towards you, and whatever that does, right, is what it does, right? It is what it is. But I feel like interacting and trying to modify it and playing a lot off the impact is doing it backwards. But yes, it's a philosophy thing. I know it sounds schizo, but it's a philosophy thing. As in, if we do something and it gets subs, bugged, that's cool, whatever, right? But I'm not gonna do something that changes that and make the broadcast about that. It's doing it in reverse. Does that make sense? And I was like, well, why would I do it for? And I started thinking about that, right? And I couldn't really get motivated, and I got sleeping problems. And sleeping problems are really bad. I guess I'm telling you. Dude, guys, my sleeping problems are not like streamable. Like it's not getting better. Like guys, it's not content. Whatever. It's not like it's like my only weakness as a human is that, which also makes me my only weakness when it comes to long streams, whatever. Makes sense? Yeah. So far, yeah. Well, yeah, it's disturbing. Yeah, it's whether it's like broadcasting, fucking like PTSD attacks, whatever the fuck. Like also on purpose. It's branded. Like we're not doing that. Yes, it's branded. Well, I'm not doing that. It doesn't affect me in. It doesn't impact in a loop though. As in like it happens and I'm like I get annoyed by it. It's not. It doesn't like. Yeah, whatever. After that, I feel like if I would do this chat on Kick, it'd probably just be like a long stream because there isn't that big of a subscribing culture on Kick, right? So it would make sense if you like, well, if you don't hit some milestone and guys on Twitch, there's Twitch Prime. Like most subs were Prime on Twitch for all times. Like what are we gonna do when time runs out? Guys, we're gonna do it's gonna last like fucking 8 days. And I'll be like, guys, we're changing the formula, guys. We're doing 3 times the time uptime on time for sub. I mean 5 times. That's actually synthetic. Guys, I just want to be live and do this content thing, but we're kind of guys. This is like it's just odd. It's just odd. I don't know. This might be on it really. I didn't even look for at one point, but I forgot. I want to do a longer for I think it'd be fun. Relationship with OTV and thieves, it doesn't matter. I think it's all the same. I don't care into that. It's like a. Oh yeah, this is another reason on you know, Antipox. Some of these are kind of like whatever. I'll see all of them. I'll just choose a couple of them. I'll pick one from chat first. It just says no. See, this one's not. See, I think this is more for chat and more for like aspiring creators or whatever. I'll take it just for other people. This is like it's tough. If you want to blow up, you can blow up, right? Nowadays, it's a lot easier. You have a lot more tools. TikTok is fucking dank as fuck. But I was watching a KCO stream, and I tuned in at the exact time he was doing a poll in chat. We started live, but I never watched KCO. And as soon as I tuned in, for like, I think my second time ever, he's doing a poll. He's like, where did you guys find me from? I think it was like 83% TikTok. Okay. And that it's not in a way that discredits anybody, right? But that's just the landscape. You cannot fight the landscape, right? I just found over the years that the people that came from TikTok, whatever, right, were very hard to conform, were very hard to assimilate into a live viewing audience that I found fun to interact with, right? Very much falling into like the no emote, WL, dub for real wild like meta, which I found to be disastrous to interact with. So I felt like kind of like reeling back and like almost like synthetically kind of not doing that. Does that make sense? So a lot of the trends I almost like interact with not on purpose to not foster that because that's like scary. It's more like a health thing for my own broadcast. But yeah. Yeah, keep it bound bubble, but not too much. You can intake a certain percentage at the same time over time. And the merch plans, we'll see when I'll talk about that later. It's a little bit more complicated topic. My knee is bad. It needs surgery still. Hold on. Chat, guys. A lot of questions you guys spend. I have on this one. Hold up. Is this going to This is a question. I'll get on to that. No music now. Because music is whatever. I can always add music in post. If you had 5 minutes with your 20-year-old self, what would you tell him? You know what? I know this is a bad question because I think this applies to everybody. It's them, right? I don't think I would tell them anything. If there's just one thing, right? You could change it in the past, right? Is to not worry too much about it, right? You know, people say things work out, whatever. Things work out, right? It's true. Things work out. I think it's important that I would make the same mistakes. I think it's important that I would still go to karaoke, that I would still do all that, right? I think every block of life matters. One into the other, I think everything matters, right? It's all part of the big picture, right? And you can't fight that. Because if it's not one problem, it'll be another. If it wasn't one big thing that happened that was negative, it would be probably another. It's just the way that life goes. And you can't really fight that, right? But what you can do is that you cannot worry about it too much. As in, just like, you know, like living the moment, whatever, right? If I were to think about the golden days, right? What are the golden days, or what are the days? How much time is the days? I find to be an era to be about like 4 to 8 months, never 1 year. 4 to 8 months. I say this all the time. But, so in my shooting days, right? Maybe I had, let's say, maybe 15 eras, right? It's by era, like 6 or 7, that I realized, dude, like, why does every era feel like dog shit, right? But afterwards, it felt like it was the best era when I look back at it, right? Because the golden era is now. I say this all the time, because I like this. The golden era and the best days are right now, right? But it doesn't feel that way. So it's by era like 6 or 7 that I realized that. And I was like, okay, let's just enjoy the era now, so I never feel like I missed out on the now. Does that make sense? But I wish that I did that from era number 1. Because in all the first 7 eras, whatever, right? It felt like dying. Like every day, every week, whatever, just felt like complete fucking dog shit. It felt like I was fighting the world. I was fighting my fucking, like, the schedule, fighting everything, and trying to fucking, like, dude, no way, and just looking at every single part that this is all wrong, whatever, and it just felt like dog shit. I was like, man, now that it's a waste, just because I decided it was a waste because of a poor mindset, right? So I made all of that bad, almost intentionally, and you cannot do that. So just like in Reddit, you know, I showed you Reddit earlier. It was on Reddit era. This was probably the worst era of all time, objectively, for me, right? But my personal view of this era is probably one of the best. And I realized that the reason why I think is one of the best is because I had the best and most solid mindset ever. It had nothing to do with the circumstances. It had nothing to do with the events that were happening, the people that were in it. The only thing that mattered was how strong my mental was. And I realized that was the bomb. Because even though, I was doing like some bullshit, some lawsuits, some visitors, whatever the fuck, some bullshit, right? At the end of the day, like, I would end the stream, we would have like weird streams or whatever. I was locked in. I would fucking end the stream. I'd go to dinner in some fucking whatever place, right? Then I would go out. Then I'd go out. I'd go to the club, whatever. I did a bunch of shit over there, and it was like fucking really fun looking back because I allowed myself to have fun, right? And it was like the grind. I like that. That rocked definitely, but definitely was the worst. This one's fine. Hold on. Dude, you would think you would have a lot. This is have any of your old colleagues from school try to walk back into your life learning? Not really. Only a few that weren't really like nice to me, whatever, right? I mean, I'm not gonna assume they had bad intentions, but like I got a bunch of like DMs on Facebook, whatever. People like trying to connect. Nothing like congrats on something or like I saw this and like it's cool or bad, whatever. It's just like literally trying to like open up a line of conversation, whatever, right? So I'm not gonna say that they're trying to fucking get a piece of it, right? But it was just kind of like, oh brother, I'm good on that. Like we're not gonna do that. It's just weird. So I don't interact with that. Does that make sense? You know what? Actually, I've almost had more often than not a better experience with that. And what I mean by better is that I had people that were chill with me and they were really good friends, whatever, and it always remained neutral and kept the exact same energy, like the exact same, all the way from like nothing to more, almost like the people that I be friends that the energy stayed the absolute exact same, which I thought was pretty cool. Like some guy like he wanted to go for like a drive or something like that. And I found it to be like a pretty chill because like he kept asking even before I even blew up at any point. He asked the same almost, you know. Does that make sense? So like the intentions didn't change. That would be pretty cool. So it's not bad either. You can ask things that are more personal, whatever, that people ask, whatever. You don't have to sugarcoat it, might matter, whatever. I'm not gonna dodge any questions, whatever, it's fine. That's the whole point, right? You know what? I don't mind that. Hold on, where's it at? Well, I don't mind this one. I think people ask that sometimes. How do you find success for yourself when money isn't a factor? So, I feel like the most common definition people have of success is money, right? And I think that makes a lot of sense because it's an easier benchmark for not happiness, but for success, right? It's one of the easier benchmarks. It's like just successful usually comes with money, so like yeah, money is going to be a factor. But at the same time, I never found money to be a success meter, right? Because maybe some people against this actually, which is fine. But it's more about the things that I want to do. Am I doing that and achieving that, or am I not, right? And the reason why I have to go into this mindset is that back in the days on Twitch, I've said this before. I don't think people will remember maybe. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to pull up the paint for this chat. I'm gonna have to plot paint this. Okay, I'll try to draw this as best as I can so you can get an idea. Okay, this is Twitch as a whole. Okay, this is 2024. Okay, and there's gonna be a break in the graph, and we're gonna put this at 2016. Cool. Okay, so in this timeline, okay, here's the way it worked. If you think about Twitch in general, in terms of money, right? The money was like this. It was very, very little money. And it's kind of growing a little bit. This is soda era, rifle era. People were not running ads. People that ran ads didn't make any money off of ads. There was no Twitch Prime. There was barely any subculture around subscribing. The actual income stream was very, very poor. People were not making any money at all, right? Cool. But then, overall, I'm gonna put another code now. The growth of Twitch was going on like this, almost equal, and then the growth went like this for that era, everything, right? So then, the money for creators was only going like this for most of them, right? It was getting outpaid by the growth, but with Twitch Prime, it was making more money. But for some individuals, right, the big Twitch, like Pokemon, whatever, right? For them, it didn't go like that. It went like this. Because when things are good, what companies like to do is invest, right? They like to double down. Hey guys, things are growing. What we're gonna do? We're gonna double down and we're gonna dump some money to this shit because we don't know how big this can be, right? So they get a lot of big contracts that were flat. So like let's say 5 million a year, 10 million a year, a lot more than we're currently making flat rates for like Ninja, I'm like PewDiePie, did all the old schools, a lot of late streamers too, right? No, we're not even Rumble days. We're not even Rumble, right? And I was part of these guys, the orange line, right? I was making money on Prime Silver, right? At one point, I was growing really fast, and I had outgrown everybody that was at this stage, the yellow line, right? So the whole time, now they plateaued with their flat money, right? And then everything kind of flattened out, everything flattened out like this. So all I could see is the difference between the amount of effort that I'm putting in, the amount of results that I'm putting in, between my parts and their parts. And all I can think of is, dude, I'm like busting my ass off in this bitch. I'm doing a lot of results, right? And if everybody's talking about metrics, I'm being the metrics like 5 times, right? But I'm making like 1/3, 1/4, probably even way less than these guys' money, right? And if you see money as a success indicator, I'm failing it. If you look at growth, I'm succeeding it. So I find the definition for success to be neither. Instead, it's more like, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? And am I achieving that? Right? I think that's the only that matters. Well, I didn't fall off at the point. In those years, in the 20, but I think at this rate, this was 2021. I was balling out. So finally, I had a meeting with Twitch, right? At this position, right? And I was like, yo, Twitch, I canceled my contract with them, right? I was like, I'm not resigning. I want to get a new contract, right? Because I think I deserve it, like a lot of people at the time. And then Amazon, at this exact year, they're like, well, we're not doing it anymore, right? They said that this, now it's very important, the growth of Twitch had stagnated, because now, end of Fortnite era, it was like, right? So now the big growth position that they didn't have, oh, guys, let's go crazy on money. They don't have that anymore, right? Because now they've seen growth stagnated. Now Amazon was like, yo, bro, we want to make this profitable, brother, right? So we are not doing flat contracts anymore, right? So after this year, flat contracts have stopped entirely. Nobody's getting them. I know this for a fact. Internally at Twitch, nobody's getting 5 mil per year, 10 mil per year. Nobody's getting flat rates. All they're doing now is signing bonuses, which are very small, flat per month. If you reach all your targets, which are very small. They're just giving you better ad rates on ads, right? So everybody's starting ads, and they start giving companies that big ad cutoffs. Like you need to run 5 ads or 4 ads, right? So at that point, I grinded to catch a break, right? Like everybody did, like all those guys did, everybody over here. And now I'm being told that in order to make better money, I have to double down on grinding even harder than I was before, even though I achieved more than they did. And I was like, dude, and I felt scammed. I felt that was depressing as fuck. I wasn't depressed by it. I just found it to be almost like a fence that I was gonna jump over, right? And I spent like 6 years going hard to jump over that fence. And when I get there, they tell me that you're like in the trenches, and then you jump over the fence to go onto the green, onto the grass, the greener land, and it's a harder trench. As in, if you want to get what they want, what they had before, you have to go even harder than you were before, right? So then, as I did it, so I went hard, right? And then I started, I took a contract, whatever, which was better ad rates, whatever. I mean, you had to, like, Yeah, you literally they gave me the quote unquote best contract ever, as in like everybody had the best ad rates and the best whatever, right? Because I was kind of going, and then I went kind of crazy. So like money went up really fast, which is cool. But I didn't find it to be fulfilling. I didn't find it to be any different anymore. The quality of life didn't improve. The day-to-day action didn't get better, right? So at that exact moment, like right here, with the contract, nothing changed. And I knew that. Also, if I were to go to kick one day, make another contract, then I wouldn't say, dude, if I take this kick contract, life will get better. Everything will get better. We'll finally live the life of dreams. I knew that. If I took it, because I wanted it, not because I wanted something else out of it, because I had learned my lesson. Does that make sense? So I realized that like the measures of success are not what I thought they were, right? And being at the top in terms of growth, in terms of numbers, in terms of money, it's never really enough. It never really does anything. Then that changes your mindset, right? So I think that was like one of the like big realization. Because if you think about it, right? If I put money as a factor for success, I mean, if you think about it, I would have gotten mad at all these like the contracts, and they fucked everybody. Like I would have been bitter looking at all these contracts and me getting nothing, right? This is fucking bullshit. Like these are way more successful. Look, they got the money, they got all the money, but in reality, they really aren't. Because after they're flat, they didn't do anything. So it's like, okay, well, does that make sense? Gotcha. Money is a success. We celebrate big number wins because big numbers are fun. Why do people think you fell off? It's just I try not to do too much of that shit. Like if my energy, if my mind is somewhere, I don't let the outcome of that affect it in a loop. Does that make sense? Like numbers rise and fall all the time, and for a lot of reasons that we understand or not understand, right? I'm still in touch with like who I am as a person, as a creator, whatever, and I'm not scared of like falling off. Because the thing that makes great things, the seed that makes great streams and memorable streams, the things that made me get those big numbers back then, right? I'll have forever. I'm not saying as a flex, but I really don't give a shit. Like I can do any height that I want at any point, right? So because some growth metrics, I'm not using TikTok as my advantage. I'm not doing clip farming. I'm not upping my time on Twitch for growth and swap the kicks over, right? Like I don't give a shit. If that's what I want to do, I would do that and I would get that, right? So not because I'm not doing that, I'm not gonna let people say, oh, the numbers fell off. Then okay, cool. That's if I cared about that exact factor, then I would fix that exact factor. Like I'm somebody who when I find a problem, I find a solution. No, it's not a problem. I never really cared for that. Like it's just the way it is. Like if I go to Twitch tomorrow or whatever, and I get 20 viewers, what then? What do I get? What is to get more? It's just a number on the screen that appears there for a couple minutes, for a couple hours, and what? Money? Bro, I could get 300,000 viewers on Twitch for 10 hours straight. I would make less money than 2 hours on fucking Kick. So what are we talking here? That's factually not true. Get my contract that I would Kick, right? Do the math, do the cross math of the amount paid, right? And then do that for an hour, right? And then see what the average would be for 20 viewers on Twitch, and then you'll get your answer. Dumbass. What else? Feels like strange day back in the day? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I never care less. I feel like I care less about people's view and people's like dumb criticism and shit like that. Does that make sense? Like I don't know. Like it's kind of. I'll get more to it later when
what is one thing that you wish you could redo?
Nobody's looking right now. Well, it's not that I don't give a fuck. I just feel more comfortable doing what I want to do, right? And that might look like it's less effort now. It might look like that now, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be like that forever. The way it's always been with Twitch streams. If you really think about it, were the late night Twitch streams of RP of like doing nothing for fucking 8 hours more care and more try hard than it is now? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. It's just because you're looking at they were absolutely not. Sometimes I would go live at fucking 10 p.m. in the middle of the night, okay, and we play RP, and I wouldn't say a fucking word, and we fucking hide in a spot waiting for something to happen for like 3 hours, and it was zero content. But it was what we were doing at the time. It's what we're doing then. It's what we're fucking doing. That's it. And it's not because of some fucking number metric that I'm gonna let people fucking backtrack and fucking say, well, that means that the energy you're putting in and the care is less. We're not fucking doing that. That's fucking brain dead. Hold on. Yeah, people always talk about collabs.
Do you have any advice for someone who feels trapped in their current situation?
Do something. That's it. Fucking do something. Do something different. Brother. I was looking at the other day when I was looking at a race. I was on iRacing, right? And I was looking at myself in the race against all the other cars, and every lap I was doing not as good as everybody else, right? And I kept saying, "Oh my god, this is crazy." So you can say, "Oh, wow, this is crazy," and then lose worse, or you can change something now, right? And have a chance of doing better, right? But if you do nothing, if you change nothing, there's zero chance that in a better position, unless there's something that happens that's out of your control, like luck, like somebody falls out of the race and fucking dies, or winning the lottery or whatever, right? Which if you bank all your shit on luck all the time, you have nothing. So people call things lucky in life because they think that people that are lucky put all their points into fucking luck and they just hit luck or something like that, right? And they put aside all the things that are intentional behind that luck at the beginning. Okay, what else? So it was asking about collabs or whatever. I could talk about that in a minute. You can react in a minute so I can go pitch your shit. Since there's reason you don't pay, I just want to organize IRL streams for you, including and security. I feel like when I want to do that again, we'll do that again. We'll probably have more organized shit. My philosophy, which is really hard to change, okay, is that when it comes to my stream, whatever, I like to keep things organic. Like for me, IRL is very pure, right? And I want it to remain pure. And I think that the dog shit streams is what it is. Because for me, clicking go live, you say laziness, I agree with you. But IRL isn't bonkers. IRL is IRL. And I enjoy that for what it is as an experience, right? And if I go live and I go in the forest, whatever, okay, and we take some branches, okay, and we build some shit, or we fucking do a snowman in the snow, it is what we're doing. See, advertise bonkers. See, that's exactly what I want to get away from. Like, going live IRL with no squad, no fucking collab, no mega plan, whatever. That's what IRL is for me, right? And I find my interaction with my terrain, with my surroundings, as natural as possible. That's what IRL is for me, right? And I think this super like scripted, planned, all like almost like TikTok style IRLs. I don't find it to be fulfilling for me, dude. I wish you understood that. I just feel like kind of empty inside after I do them. If there's no like motive behind doing them, I don't like it. I'd rather just do a fucking stream on the computer instead. They're not fulfilling for me. Like, it's what it is. It's just a philosophy. Yeah, and it's gonna be like a creator, and I don't give a shit. Sorry. Also, if I have to stream with security, the stream sucks. This is my most branded take. Okay, if I have to stream and I have to get a bunch of people around me in a circle, and I have to have a controlled environment, that stream fucking sucks. Okay, as a baseline, it's so stupid that you might not understand what that is, but it sucks. I hate it. Like, I almost feel like I'm a walking studio, and I'm an actor in my walking studio, and I have to keep my show going as like a moving circus. And camera's there, follow me. It's like over here. I'm circusing. Come with me, dude. That's how much streaming is for me, and I want to conform to that. And if that means that my shit sucks, and it fucking sucks. I don't give a fuck. I talked about that last time. Last thing. Yeah, people ask for me all the time. At the end, just my DMs are fucking tank. Oh, what did I copy a minute ago? That was my question. Oh shit, was it? Have you done? Do you want to sometimes force them to see something actually good on it? You might not like it would be. Yeah, I mean, it's right. So the answer to that is yes. Like, see, it's good that you do what you want. Don't force it. Usually, it provides more cinematic reactions. But have you done? Do you want to sometimes force content to see if something actually good content? You might seem like you wouldn't be at first. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why, believe it or not, I started hanging out with Aiden more. Right? Is that he had all this shit lined up for like made up IRL or whatever, right? Or like produced IRLs, and I could just hop on and see if I like it or not. Because that was his style, right? And I have my style, and with my style, sometimes you see like with Zoe and other people, I invite people on my stuffed IRLs, right? So they get that experience, that stuffed IRL. One of the reasons why I hang out with Aiden is that he did like more manufactured IRLs, more organized IRLs, and I want to hop onto that on his style and see, is that something I like doing? Is that something I want? And I don't I just maybe I'm branded. I'm a better I don't know, man. I have this weird IRL shit that I do where I'm better on other people's stream than on my own, right? It's not like an imposter thing or whatever. It's just when I'm on someone else's stream, I go hard. I don't tell you. I carry hard. When I'm on my own shit, I think I'm too aware of all my surroundings and all in the chat and everything, and it'd be like not as good. It's just what it is. Also, interacting with the chat isn't mine for IRL. It's actually kind of fun. I feel people aren't like attacking everything, right? And it's like, I don't know. It's odd. If I'm on someone else's stream, I do some cringe shit, right? They find it funny, and I can do myself more. When I'm on my stream, I feel like it's just cringe and odd. It's just odd. So I don't know. It's an odd scenario. I guess you can psychoanalyze it if you want to. Pop up the juice, shit. Hold on. For the kick contract, I don't know yet. This is a plan I can go. I have no good visuals like it. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna give you a fake answer. I generally don't even know what I'm doing like next week or something. Does that make sense? Like, it's whatever. I don't know how they're gonna feel about it in the future. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if things are gonna be what I want to be. What kind of dumbass take? And then some crazy shit happens in the fucking in the market and in the fucking platform and shit, and it changes. Bro, we might be all be fucking like plugged into our phones and fucking live streaming to TikTok 24/7 fucking tomorrow or for all I care. See, like this, like, see, I actually do, you know, I always say, like, I do whatever, and I stopped saying it, that I do have plans or whatever, right? Because people expect them, and they get mad that I don't do whatever, right? But since we're here now, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff actually working, and it's like all coming together, does that make sense? I think we have time. A marathon for playing all single player games I've never played. Yeah, that's like probably going to be the most dead stream of all time. Not that I care, but you'll probably do that at one point, yeah, when we got a fucking why? Just because it's just what it is. Like, I like to mix up solo player games and other types of content. Because I like interacting with the chat. The streaming is all about the chat, right? And I like interacting with the chat. It's like vibrant and whatever. And I don't mind being in my bubble for a little bit, play solo player game, and have like less people and chat slower, and people are generally watching the game. But if you put that too much into high density, it's a lot different. So it's a long stretch of time to just have things be like slower and chiller. I like to mix low energy or high energy like together. See, this is fine. People are not always chill. Whatever. You see, I'm really blessed, okay? Because even over the years, people always said that my audience is all children, whatever. I always want to be a meme, right? Because when I go outside, I get almost zero children that recognize me. Zero kids or almost zero teenagers, right? I guess people older as like older, whatever, right? People are chill as fuck because most of the viewers are like in their 20s. So like, I'll go outside and people are like at the age where they're not fucking brain dead, right? And they're pretty chill. I can't remember the last time. And bro, I get stopped like when I go. I'm not kidding, when I go outside, I'll get stopped like if I actually stop walking, whatever. Even when I don't stop, I'll get stopped like every maybe like 10 minutes, right? If it's a more from a public place, I get stopped like a bunch of times, right? And it's never children. Everybody's chill as fuck. Does that make sense? So like nobody harassing me or nobody's annoying. I treat people with respect, and it should be with respect. That makes sense. I'm not a very difficult guy in real life. If somebody's being odd, I just match their energy, right? And they just fall into line. Actually, my words of ration was probably that one girl I pushed on it. They told me I was a bitch because I said the Mercy Maids were a bunch of bitches. She said I was a bitch because my stream was about like insulting Mercy Maids, and I think she was a Mercy Maid. So, hold on. Oh, there's like two over here. I like fours and lined up. Hold on. You know what? I don't think my parents. You know, more like later on. I think later on. That was way later. Yeah, way later. Like even when I was doing really good, when I was doing really good streaming, I don't think it was really like recognized whatever. I still because it made money. Whatever. I don't think they knew how much. And even then, there wasn't this understanding. I still don't think they understand it, but. Definitely the very late stages, like when I was like buying a house and shit like that. Does that make sense? Like even after I moved to California and all that, I think my mom started getting moved to California a little bit, and they didn't like when I started like buying a house and shit like that. Yeah. So it's not the parents weren't supportive. It's more like I think seeing how tangible it is. But that shouldn't hold me back. It shouldn't hold you back either. The car lawsuits was a little bit like delayed because what had happened is that we filed the lawsuit in California for the car that was stolen, right? And I was like, I didn't know.
What is your favorite thing to eat for breakfast?
Oh, your mother. What happened is that they didn't put both cars in. They didn't put the McLaren and the BMW in the lawsuit, right? Because they fucked up. And I was like, guys, like it's not one car, it's both cars, brother. And then even though the lawsuit was already served and filed, they had to redo it, redraft it, refile it. And then there's like problem like serving it. I think they're kind of being sneaky with like the new one. Like it's kind of being weird. Let's just say that the other party never really played from the beginning. That makes sense. Especially with the one, I mean, you guys know with the main lawsuit, whatever, right? The sneaky tactics they were doing, the bullshit, like the barely legal fucking maneuvers and fucking disgusting shit they were doing. After that, well, let me give you a roundup. Here's how absolutely disastrous the legal system is, right? In that regard. Initial lawsuits, that is the car, the main one, right? Was obviously expensive for law fees, right? For the other party, and then basically it made the car frozen, the McLaren frozen, where the car cannot be moved or sold, right? That's what it is. And then. I won that lawsuit, right? And I asked my lawyer like a gazillion times, I was like, listen, the car just stay frozen when the lawsuit is over, and we can deal with the car itself, or the cars themselves, right? I'm like, yes, absolutely. I must have asked a gazillion times, and this guy's not talking about his game, he knows this shit, trust me. He assured me in every way that because the lawsuit was freezing the car, they made a filing that would keep the car frozen even after the lawsuit so we could deal with the car, right? So then we won the lawsuit, obviously, and then the car was still frozen, legally, right? But other party said, fuck this shit, what I think, allegedly, fuck this shit. It was supposed to be frozen, the car was sold under the radar, right? Which shouldn't be happening, right? And then, which would violate the agreement. And then I think once they went to the fucking, I was like, dude, this is fucking branded. And we had the judge, whatever. They were like, I don't remember exactly what the legal wording is, whatever. But basically, the judge was like, full dismissal, like I'm done with this shit. Like the case was drawn for fucking months, not years, right? The whole process was a piece of shit, right? That whole lawsuit was absolutely disastrous. Basically, what I'm getting out of the response, what I'm reading out of that is that the judge was like, whatever the fuck, next, and this and everything, even though my car was sold illegally under her nose. So then, after that. Now we have to file in California a complete different type of lawsuits to get the funds and get the money out of that car back, and now both cars back, right? But now with the money gained from the car sale, they retroactively paid for their law fees and even increased their law payments to file an appeal for the main lawsuit again. So now the case that was dismissed up and all that reopens on an appeal, right? With the lawyers paid with the car money that was stolen on that same lawsuit. So at that point, I'm just like, yeah. And you say it's smart? Well, it's just illegal. That's just illegal. So if you do like illegal, ratty, high risk shit, sure, whatever, right? I guess as a dumbass, like a rich male dude in this case in family court, I guess in that way, people didn't really give a shit about like my well-being. That's just like I guess I just lose because of that, and that just kind of sucks, right? If you were to reverse the roles, that would never happen. But hey, it is what it is. It's just the way it is, right? It's not because somebody does something that's out of line and illegal. It's not like I'm gonna do that, right? The thing is that it's like fighting a homeless. Okay, I know this will sound weird. It's like fighting somebody who's homeless, right? If you go around, right, and you go to the club or some shit, right, and out of nowhere, some schizo homeless wants to fucking fight you to death or something like that, right, and he insults you and pushes you, whatever, right? Do you turn around and actually fight back, right? You say, yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely fucking not, because that person has nothing to lose. They have nothing. They're going nowhere. They have no goals. They have no aspirations. Most of them, in this case, right? I'm not gonna risk what I'm doing. I'm not risk my goal. I'm not risk my well-being, my life. I'm not gonna risk everything I've done and doing it, to win. Does Does that make sense? I'm not, like, we're not doing that. So somebody does some underhanded, illegal shit, I'm gonna do the same thing to get my justice. I'll get my justice in court. I'll take what it takes. If it's not months or years or multiple lawsuits or a bunch of other new lawsuits I have to file, I will win in the end. But even if I didn't, it doesn't matter, because every day I win. Like, every day I wake up is a win. I live with my set of circumstances. I live the rewards of the things that I grind for and work for. I win. And that's something that I had to realize at one point, right? So cool, yeah, you could do all that and waste time if I can file the appeal or whatever. I don't even have to go to court. I don't even have to go to the appeal. They're gonna lose again. They're gonna fucking do all that, pay a bunch of fucking money, do a bunch of fucking bullshit, write documents, hide in the background, fucking like read some shit, sign some shit, fly to some places, do some shit, and I'm just fucking at home chilling, furthering myself in a bunch of different ways while they're fucking doing bottom of the barrel rat shit. Do that, man. You know what? I'm not just saying that it doesn't affect me, but it's like in every way I'm sure it doesn't affect. I'm doing other shit. I don't. It's like the outcome that's good will come, right? And you can say Shirley or whatever, but I already won the fucking 2 of the lawsuits. Like, I wouldn't fucking like stand here and act this way if I was any worry about any of it. Okay. That's not where I'm at. And honestly, the car like kind of like rattled sometimes, and some other shit. So honestly, I'm kind of glad. The Lambo is smooth to drive. It's nice and everything. I really like it. So whatever. I'm getting you one, but is there anyone? I don't know. I like cars.
Are there any goals or aspirations you've set for yourself when you were younger but haven't been able to reach even when you've made it now with the bag?
The bag? Hold on. Not really. I don't think anything that required money like that. Company gaming? I've been gaming a lot. You've been watching games. This is what it is. What was your high school? I think I spoke a lot of that before, so I just skip it. I think it was fun. I think it was fun. I had a pretty not normal life. I mean, yeah, I had a pretty normal like fucking high school and shit. Yeah, I struggled with like self-image and self-worth like everybody else. Like I was broke as fuck. I didn't have any nice clothes. The only clothes that I had were like hand-me-downs from my brother and from like other people and shit like that. Like if I had like one T-shirt that was nice, I mean, I would wear it like every time I went out, and it wouldn't be like washed properly and shit like that, you know. So like sometimes I wouldn't go out because I didn't have any clothes to wear and fucking I had like acne and shit like that. So I didn't like going out when it was like daytime, so people wouldn't like see my skin and shit like that. I enjoyed being like in the dark more, stuff like that. That was kind of annoying. I didn't like that very much, but it is what it is. I think it held me back a lot since because I'm not just as dope, but like a lot of girls weren't to me. Like I was pretty popular with the girls. But I ended up selling myself short, as in like not going out, like not going to the parties I was invited to, not whatever because I didn't have like a T-shirt I wanted to wear, or I had no brother. Like I don't think you understand. Like my clothes were disgusting. I was a skater. So when you're skating and you're falling, right? Often enough, you're ripping the back of the shirt on cement or on the tarmac, whatever, and it makes a bunch of holes, like at like your thigh level, right? So like all my shirts were all completely ripped at the back. It looked like I was wearing some fucking bullshit. And it was all like hand-me-downs, like double shirts. I looked goofy as fuck with it. Like I was fucking. Bro, when you see our clothes, it's homeless shit. Yeah, bro, exactly. Bro, I look fucking homeless as fuck. Like, so I ended up not going to parties and not like going out and like I ended up losing like every opportunity that I could have with like girls and friends, whatever. I ended up losing everything. And I realized that I don't think it matters that much. Like, yeah, you might lose an actual thing because you didn't look good enough, whatever, right? But you'll get absolutely nothing if you don't show up. I regret that definitely, 100%. Is that what organizing designer clothes? Nah, there's no designer clothes. I feel like until it's easier to find stuff that I find cool and fun, right? But just browsing all of that. I don't have like a good hub or good stores that I know of, right? That shit I like it. Makes sense? But it just coincides with the fact that like, when I browse like some of these design stores, they have sort of like flashy and cool and fun and colorful that I like. I go on Sense, whether I was on Sense page fucking 103 or something like that. But I browse. It's hard. I don't find shit that I like. Yeah. Let's pronounce essence. Gotcha. If you're in groups and of other streamers, do you have friends off stream that you keep off stream or nah, everybody I talk to are all pretty much streamers or worse streamers or like the fucking train Discord pretty much. Like this Discord here. Time will tell. It's like streamers or other streamers are like is this like the mega gamba group? Like whenever there's like league games going on, this group will be full of like 15 people or whatever, and then one day we'll be streaming League of Legends, and we're all on the group call, and we're doing like live videos and shit like that, and everybody's like losing a fucking money. Is what it is. Yeah. But yeah. No, I don't think I'm spending that much these days, but maybe we'll go into it in a minute. Yeah, I kind of had like non-streamer friends, but they're just kind of hard to cultivate. That's gonna be a no. Did you ever think your career was severely at risk due to any legal issues? No, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not.
X, do you think you will ever find someone that loves you for who you are, or will you always be suspicious that they only want your money?
Motherfucker. Well, that's like shots fired at Echo, but what the fuck is not do? Come on, man. Well, that's just odd. The fuck? Echo's just fucking. Yeah, no. Basically, like, this is why these days I'm more like aware when it comes down to like legality and terms of what you online. Like the dog shit, the way that he's talking to public, whatever, right? So I'm more aware, and I know for a fact that like I would never in a million years agree to not say something about some legal issue, whatever, right? Unless I was hiding something, right? I was not talking about it. I was because I'm not afraid of it. Does that make sense? Like, let's say there was a filing that was made that looked bad, whatever, right? And I didn't do that, right? I would never agree in any circumstance to be silenced or not be able to talk about it, regardless of outcome, right? Because if I didn't do anything, I'd like to be able to fucking say it and say, you guys, that was some fucking bullshit. That's not what it is. That's what it is. Does that make sense? Like, it'd be a bad look. It'd be probably because you did something, right? Because you did a settlement. I'm not selling for shit. Like, and especially at the time, like, brother, I wish you understood, like, the actual quote unquote risk that I could have been running for my career and public looks, whatever, by not settling, right? Like, I said this last time, like, they basically tried to like get money out of me, right? They're trying to get some weird fucking bullshit set up, whatever. And I was like, fuck no, we're not doing this shit. Like, absolutely not. Because it wasn't there. Does that make sense? I mean, people ask about like people's relationships, whatever. I think it's natural. I don't foster it or like it. People will say about people's relationships all the time, right? People always make like weird assumptions about other people. I find it to be really kind of odd. Especially when people say like, people put it's always like, oh, I'm gonna be needlessly negative. This person is only with this because of X, Y, Z. This person only does this because of X, Y, Z, whatever. All this is to find to be brain dead. It's why I don't do it to other celebrities. I don't do it to fucking other people. I don't make really weird assumptions because I don't want people to do that to me either. Does that make sense? So like, some people say that I'm not. Like when I said I was getting girls before, I had money, whatever, right? In certain ways, in what I do, and like I have a system for I'm doing pretty good at like weeding out the dumb fuckery and the morons and people that wouldn't be there for like me or whatever, and I try my best to fucking navigate that properly, right? And it's like people's outside view on those interactions and the nature of the relationships is irrelevant. I wish I would stop fucking doing that, but I mean, it's people do, right? Yeah, I like my body a lot. I'm not doing it. So I'm retired. You know what? Not really. It's kind of hard to say. This is black and white. Retired or not? I'm not retiring. Like it's not. I don't think that for somebody like me, because of my mindset with whatever, when I say what I do on a daily basis, right? It's like black or white, right? So it's like I'm just not retired. Shut up, bitch. Yeah, I want to buy esports team, yeah, definitely. Fuck. I wish I could own like I wish that fucking mainstream big esports just got off the pedestal to make it better, eventually better for League of Legends and CS, because the operations are like 10 times the price that they should be. The overhead cost and cost for overall operations for esports teams is, I still think to this day, like literally 10 times more what it should be for those tiers of teams. And it's why I wish I would own it at tier 1 team, but I don't think you understand the loss. Like, we're not talking like a couple million. If anything, I give a fuck about like 5 mil on a team. I don't give a fuck, 5 mil, whatever. But we're talking in like 20, 30 mil, and it's draining over and over, and it wouldn't stop draining. Like, it's not just 5 mil, we're talking dozens of millions. At that point, that's too hardcore. Like, I can't justify that. Yeah, I definitely have it. You know what? That's not even bad. Brother. I don't give a fuck when people call me schizo and say that I know shit and I have a vision for stuff, okay? I always, listen, you can go back into the VOD and look at it, okay? And I have literally said that the industry was struggling, right? Even before the Overwatch League days, and it was struggling, and the only way to bring back actual good esports and to further the industry of esports was through watch parties, was through co-watching, was through possible even live betting with live viewing. You know, this is something that you guys want to, you might think it's degen. It is, some of these things are at the core, some of the most social things that we as humans do. Such as going to the bar and watching football games. Okay, you can digitalize that experience online through creators and watch parties and make that the next big thing. But they're doing it at a turtle pace. And I said that like 10 years ago, and they're only starting to do it now in last year with like Terex watch parties, and then Valorant is opening up, and then Elite watch parties with creators, and they're opening up, and it's slowly expanding, right? Oh yeah, only Pixel now, sure. But that is the biggest block that would loosen up that tight financial hold that there is on esports, and I could revolutionize it. If I was at the helm, whatever, right? But then I'm sure there's a bunch that I don't understand as an outsider, like sponsors, like brand recognizability and other things. I think the way to do it would be to risk a loss and go full send on it, and whatever you damage, it is what it is, right? And to try it, because if it works, it will accelerate the growth at rates that are would outpace the loss. That's my current analysis. But fuck, what do we know? Any cool things you can do with the money? Literally everything. Let me get help to get my life back on track. Dude, every day I ask for a lot of help, and a lot of people to get my life back on track. It's off the rails, but it's off the rails, but it's unbelievable. Just kidding, man. Oh wait, there's an Azan question, yeah? Wait, why is this hashed off? Well, I don't mind. The problem that I have with Azan, okay, is like almost nothing, right? Is that sometimes it's not that deep, right? And for me, it's a whatever thing. I think this comes from much from the fact that he comes as from like mainstream media, right? And I think he looks too deep into stuff. Like, when I go out with like Azan and like Will Neff and Ludwig, we have a really good time. When we hang out in real life, it's like really fun. They're good party goers. It's like it's good energy. I really like those guys, and I wish I could do that, right? But like internet interactions, as soon as like I'm like stirring the pots and making jokes, whatever, right? And trying to like do some stuff. They're usually not shots that are hard to get out of, or things that I'm squeezing him on that he's gonna be stuck in a corner. Like when I pulled the ripcord on Azan in a way that he couldn't get out of it, that he was squeezed. Literally never. Well, that one time, I will agree with the pokey thing. That was hardcore. I definitely squeezed in there, and I shouldn't have it. And looking back, I can see how that would have been really bad. Except for that, like I was gonna kind of like joke around, like, yeah, I know it's bad, but if I make a mistake with somebody, right, and they take it the wrong way, whatever, sometimes I'll like double down and almost like antagonize them. Not only to antagonize them, I wish they did it back to me, right? So that like, it's like they understand that it's fine to just fucking, instead of like apologizing, being weird or whatever, right, and making it all like all shit. Because then if you apologize next time you do it, well then you were wrong, right? Because then you apologize that you did, and then you do it again. So I don't want to apologize for these things that I did. That I don't find it to be bad. I think there are things that he knows he can do back to me, like bantering and shit like that, and talking some shit in a way that doesn't squeeze me. I don't squeeze him. It's just like, it's like when I say Hassan's Biden. Like, brother, I'm not saying Hassan communist bitch ass. If I say Hassan's mansion, like socialist mansion, it's like a joke he hears every day. It's like it's just funny. Like if it's that bad, whatever, right? But it's not the end of the world. So like, it's not like bad. And I hate that the things that are like not bad and like banter and fun playing to be seen as like friendship destroying. And the fact that our friendship was always held back by these like small strings, I find them to be. I found them to be. Wizzy can make adapt jokes if he wants to. Brother, I literally let fucking Cinderella get away with doing a fucking joke about that live when I went to the fucking Cinema Awards, and the next year I let her get away with doing a joke like that on their live broadcast for like 150 viewers. Like I didn't give a fuck. It was just funny. Fuck,
what are some of the biggest problems you've had recently, and how have you dealt with it?
People have said that was weird. I just said it wasn't. I didn't give a fuck. You can say it was weird, whatever. I don't care. I know it's in good spirit, and since we're friends, I'm not gonna think it's mean spirited. So if you were saying it's different, because it's probably mean spirited. So like, yeah, I wish it wasn't the way it is. Especially when it comes down to like what he views as my motives. But the problem that I have is that for some I think it's probably mainstream because it comes from mainstream media. He always like thinks like that the world revolves around like the numbers and chase for numbers and views, and all my behavior comes from doing all that for like something out of them. Like I'm trying to get viewers out of them, or I'm trying to get viewers out of people. I'm trying to like brother, I stir the pot all the time. But I just stir the pot even way more than I do these days when I wasn't a streamer, when I was just a pro player. Okay, people know about me. I say this every year, brother. Like I'm just a fucking pot stirrer in every way, right? For no clear motive other than fucking just stir some shit up. Like it doesn't have more of an elaborate thought than stir some shit up. And I hate to see him like paint those intentions as some weird like leeching or some shit, because it's not what it is. So it's like I don't know why he does that. I don't sleep very nice. You something about the finality of life. I mean, everybody does, right? Also, I'm not keeping it with you. Dude, it kind of sucks, right? Because genuinely, I actually like hanging out with Ludwig and Azan and all that, and all these. And I know for a fact that they actually like hanging out with me too. I know for an absolute fact, right? And the fact that these like random Twitter or bullshit like stream thing like getting between that is fucking stupid. Like it's brain dead. I find it to be annoying. Hold on. What is it? If it wasn't for streaming, what would you be doing? But the problem that I always have with this, I'll get to the next one. I almost always give it. The problem that I have with this is that this will sound almost like a self-glaze or like a fucking like a brag, right? But I find that I have a scary way to or almost it kind of scares me the way that when I want to achieve something, when I want to find a system and I want to be able to succeed in that system, I always do it. I always succeed at doing that. Like something that and the reason why it scares me is that, like, let's say if I was like some like investment fucking person, like, and I found some scheme that was like barely legal, I would max it the fuck out, right? And I sounded like, dude, maybe I would end up being a fucking like a criminal or something like that. You feel that? Does that make sense? Just by sheer will of wanting to like break a system or like find a solution by one gimmick or the other. Almost like a pen tester. Does that make sense? But in a real job. Anyway, does that make sense? So I'm a con man? Definitely am. Okay, what else? The time offline you did something cool, you wish you were live?
Sometimes I relate to the way you think and do stuff. Considering that, what do you do to stay happy when life looks dim?
You know what? When things look dim, here's what you do. Here's some actual advice that is complete garbage. Okay? Watch this. Sometimes, right? In life, it feels like, let's say we would devise this, right? Like this. I find myself that sometimes we think that the problem in our life, right, is all of that. And we're like, dude, I gotta fix all of that. Like, let's say your workplace and you're messing with your daily life at work, whatever. Right? It's mad unfixable. But if you really think about it conceptually, right, often enough the problem that you have and things that aren't going on, it's like this, right? And there's a bunch of other shit. If right now, for some reason, you cannot fix this part, right? There's a bunch of other ones that are happening that are good and can even be better. And you can improve on all of those and have a better natural life that isn't that one problem, right? Like, at one point, if the stream sucked all the time because games are bad and sometimes like the stream was bad, right? Well, off stream, I made sure that everything that I'm doing off stream was optimized to be happier, right? And that could be as simple as like being restocked on popcorn and having a fucking a laptop and then knowing shows that I want to be watching it. So that every time I'm turning the stream off, I pop in some popcorn instantly, right? I open up my laptop and start watching a show I like it, right? And now like I widened and improved like these parts of life that aren't like work or like whatever, right? So but then that comparison, you see, yeah, that part of life work's gonna suck for a little bit, right? But you got all these other cool stuff you're doing. Life doesn't have to be just that one work a day in your life. It doesn't have to be. So yeah, you should still fix that and work on fixing that part for sure. But if now you can't and it's gonna be slow, that's fine. Just do all the other stuff. Because I'm telling you to be happy. You're gonna be in a mood and doing that. What is that? You collapse the streamers as wrong high speed. Yeah. Well,
a while ago you said that success checks and showing success on a luxury car, for example, was really important to you, especially to show your dad that he's proud of you. What was the reason behind it? Do you have some kind of a grief in the past?
Wait, no, I don't ever said that. I don't think I ever bought things to show my parents anything. Yeah, that didn't happen. Hold on. What was that? Wait, there's a question in chat that I looked at and I didn't dig it up, did I? Hey, Charlie, could be cool at 1 point, yeah. No, not that. Fuck. Because I had a question and I missed it. Oh yeah, I think this is an important question. Dude, I genuinely think this is kind of important. You know, the landscape streaming has changed since it's become more of a business. But I feel like this, like, I think streaming changed a fuck ton in the past like 2 years. And so there's two parts to this question that are important. Is that what I try to do and say, not just say, okay, because you can say something and feel a different way, right? And that's what I call being ninja. And I try my best to not be ninja. And no disrespect to ninja, okay? But like when ninja has a take about something, he comes off as bitter, right? He does. I love ninja, but I see him in Vegas sometimes. Right. Like, he comes off as bitter because of what he wish it was and what it actually is, right? And I find like maybe he gets upset at that relationship, right? He's passionate, so I respect it. But at the same time, I think he's wrong because it's not because I don't like the current era of streaming that I'm gonna shame people that are doing it, and I try not to, and be like, oh yeah, these are lesser for doing that. These are lesser for doing like back in the days, for me, a change in the meta of streaming was that I was just sit down and play games all the time, or just react to whatever I said on the computer. And people started doing like more like full screen cam, like on screen collabs and fucking like stacking whatever. And even though I found that to be complete dog shit, I never really went and said it. Oh, these are lesser for doing that. Like fuck them. These aren't as good because they do that. They need collabs. I never really said it because it's not really how I feel, and I don't want to become bitter like that, right? But it's something that I enjoy. I don't enjoy doing that, and I don't think I have to do that. Does that make sense? So when Ninja talks about these things, it's more like he makes it kind of like lesser. Does that make sense? When it comes to stackers, like fucking like full screen, like mega collab, like always like 5-6 people on stream, like a bunch of people coming in and out of the stream all the time. A bunch of like idle skits of people coming in and out. Like it's just something I find to be fucking annoying. I don't like it. But that's my personal execution part of it. It's when I do it. Does that make sense? Look at me in any idle streams when everybody's near the camera and everybody's trying to get a piece of the camera. I always get the fuck out. I don't want to fight for the spotlight. I don't want to have this like on a battle over. It's dog shit. It becomes diluted. I find it to be dog shit. It's that, right? So I never liked that doing that. But it doesn't mean that what they do is bad though, right? And I want to make sure that that's important. It doesn't mean that them doing it is bad. So that I don't like doing. So with that in mind, right? With that in mind, I'm just prefacing my answer. So nobody thinks I'm being bitter. Like the current new age meta of like of streaming, for me, it's too cookie cutter. It's almost doing a live reel of endless TikToks, right? And I think I'm old. I think I'm old. It doesn't resonate with me as much, right? And I don't like it. Makes sense? It's like an endless TikTok, right? And like I want to become a prisoner of like having to continue that style because that's what like people came for and did all that. You understand? I want to be stuck there because at the end of the day, I know that I like playing games and I like being with friends and just like playing a fucking video game or whatever, right? And I want to chat to be like, dude, man, like it's not the same. Like I want the other thing. Where's like the fucking where's the fucking clip farm? Where's the fucking manufactured drama bullshit? Where's the fucking scripted content? Where's like the fake shit coming up? Like that environment is a lot more synthetic. Because I'm not just saying this. I'm not. The landscape is a lot more synthetic than it used to be, but it doesn't mean that it's worse. It's different. And it's not a part that I want to be part of. You understand? I want things are just kind of on the fly, and I'm doing this because whatever. So my point is that as things become more of a business for people, right, and more of a business goal, they do things a lot more these days, right, towards getting to those business points and high points and milestones and subscriber amounts and fucking view amounts and whatever. And if you look at the communities, people that they do a lot of that, they talk a lot about it, they boast about it. It's at the core of their interaction with the content. It's very much about that, and I think it's just bad for me to be part of that. I don't like it. Does that make sense? Like even some of the newer communities, like they were doing Eater's comms and like boast about viewers, like, oh, my streamer just reached this, fuck yours, your guy fell off because he's there right now, these guys numbers this, these numbers that, guys this, that, and that, and I'm just like, who the fuck cares? like, where did we go wrong? That like you're not even talking about what's happening that's causing those views and the content. You're just talking about the raw analytics behind it. Does that mean that if I'm having the best stream ever and I hit go offline because I have to restart and I have one failure, does that stream now suck? Like, and often enough, those communities have those views where, oh, I don't even know why numbers are the way they are, but the stream sucks because number is small. Like, okay, got it. That's just branded, but I don't want that to be anything. Good one. Yeah, I think I spoke a lot about that before. Man, there's two questions about fucking, well, I guess I think we're gonna do that. People ask me questions about fucking, well, determinism almost and shit, and fucking, like fucking life and death and shit like that, brother. If any goal, if there's a goal for a fact that I'm proud of having reached, this will sound maybe even corny if you don't really understand where I'm coming from with this. That's fine. I always wanted to go to a point where
all the places you've lived, which place did you enjoy more?
Thanks, 100%. What I was gonna say is what I always want to achieve is getting to a place I would be okay if I died the next day. Right? This might sound branded, but if I went hard enough in my perspective and I achieved a lot of things that I want to achieve and do really good or whatever, right? And I did a bunch of the stuff that I want to do first, right? If I die tomorrow, did I go hard enough and do enough that I'll be okay with it? And at one point, I don't remember when, I was like, I absolutely did it, right? At least in my perspective. Both my parents are now retired. I bought everybody fucking cars, a house, nobody has to work, nothing's taken care of, my will's written, everybody's taken care of forever, right? Like I got to certain heights I'm okay with whatever. I died tomorrow. I did most of the things that are important to at least cover as a base. Yeah, I get it. I didn't travel the world, ate all the food and everything, and I get that. I also want to do, so I'm not gonna fucking die tomorrow, or at least I hope not to, right? But a lot of the bases that I think are important to cover are definitely not covered. Does that make sense? So like, if it's like, oh my god, everything's over tomorrow, then I'll be like, yeah, it sucks for sure. At the same time, in the places where I could have done more and done better, I kind of did the best I could. Well, enough that I'm chill. Because the culture is let the thing it is easier than it is, and false hope. Well, false hope. People don't understand it. That making it in content creation is like one out of like a gazillion. So like if people sell you on false hope, they're branded because you're against the numbers, right? And you have to win a lottery like 3 times in a row pretty much. So like, how do I say this? Like, once you have a really good plan and execution, whatever, right? Then yeah, I think you're missing the printing numbers. I'm broke. Alert schizo. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I just bought a phone so I can do in and out of the fucking, as I can get in and out of the fucking string stations so I can go drive and shit. I think all I have to do is string to IRL toolkit and have the IRL toolkit as a source on OBS, and then I can fucking swap whenever. Because I have the toolkit already. Yeah, that's it. The important one, ask me what? Oh, also, people have asked me this earlier, and that's my question. Like, the thing when you're like me, right? When you have an addictive personality, like mine, right? You're at risk for like gambler shit, right? If I try to convince you of something, I'm probably gonna fall short because you see my behavior. So what happens is I have a long set of rules, and I try my very best to have a system in place so that it doesn't overflow and fuck me, right? So there's a lot of systems that protect me against my own behavior. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna go crazy one day and fuck it up. I hope not. I would. But my current system for Gamma is pretty fucking smart, and I don't give a fuck saying it. Like no sugarcoating. Basically, this is like main money. Okay, this is like crypto shit. And this is cold. This is let's not watch this. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Basically, like another Gamba, right? I put initial amounts a while back, right? Into crypto, right? So I put a little bit, think, right? And then somebody grew and shit like that. And then I also get payments from Gamba. Everybody knows already. I'm sponsored, right? So that goes into this bucket, right? Which is the hot wallet, complete red. Hot wallet, cold wallet. And I call this lukewarm, but you can call it whatever you want to. Okay, I call this lukewarm. It's kind of a bad term for it, whatever. So basically, right? This sometimes starts really low, right? Like low amounts, whatever, right? And sometimes we get a massive dub, like a fucking like 7 mil day, 12 mil day, whatever, right? What I do is that I transfer usually like 80, 90% into this one. Pink. Okay. Oh, actually, sorry. Pink, cold. Okay, gotcha. Now it becomes cold. Okay. Fuck, I didn't do it right. So it's kind of hard in my head. It's kind of bugging. Okay, 80% out. Usually 90%, sometimes more than 95%, almost all of it, right? So then, from that amount, half of it, so we'll do half. Half of that amount, always, goes to cold. So that half goes to cold. Cold means it doesn't move, it doesn't go anywhere, it's stuck there, and under no circumstances is it being withdrawn for any whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. That amount does not go Gamba, does not go any fucking where. Okay, anywhere. This is hardcore. So 50% of that 90% goes there, right? And the rest, basically, the rest goes into the lukewarm wallet, which is this one now, right? The orange one. So now the orange one is back to half, right? fucking moron, garbage, fucking trash. Right? I have to cut it out, right? And basically, what I do is that in order to not go degen, so if you're degening what you do, right, I would gamble like that 4 mil left instantly, right? Boom, that's all gone, right? So what I do is that with the normal payments, with the normal shit, I drip that money back into the fucking hot live gamble wallet, like 200 chunks, 300k, 200k, 300k at a time. So I'll chunk it back in, bing, bing, in hopes, of course, to get another big hot win, of which goes, again, half, at least, back to cold. Now the cold is stacking up, right? Then you get like 4 mil, let's say it was 10 mil, you get 4 in there. 12 mil, you get 6 in there. Fucking 20 mil, you get 10 in there. Now we're at like 30 mil to the cold, right? You get it? And then I gotta be smart with the lukewarm to refill the hot, hoping for one day another hit before lukewarm goes completely dry. And when that one goes dry, that's usually when I say we're fucked. Is when the lukewarm is completely empty and we're completely fucked. And that's been happening too much lately, to be honest with you. Right? So like, in the grand scheme of things, right? The main source of money, which is this, money and gold, isn't really affected by degen behavior. So, can Gamble ruin me? Absolutely. Right? Is it right now? Not really, because the same price I'm putting for myself. If the loop warm is completely empty, yeah, I use my payments and my shit and hope for a fucking hit, brother.